Guys, welcome to the 10th installment of, well, Big Beard and Friends. Here on today's show, what I want to touch is several things. Um, I'm going to cut straight to the chase and say first, thank you and for watching and allowing me to even have these 10 episodes. Um, I know some people think, oh, he looks this or he looks that, or this might look dumb. This might, this is only a start to many things that are going to come, but it's a matter of getting there. And on this 10th episode, I just wanted to say, I'm not just going to always sit and talk with friends or have someone on the show to sit in these chairs. I'm not just going to have that. Sometimes I'm going to talk like I'm talking now. We do have some coming where we're going to follow people around, some of the friends, some people you haven't even met yet. So we're definitely going to have some different, variety. And excuse me, I'm just drinking a lot of water here, just right before but anyway, and the variety is just to show that we are unique, all of us, not just here on the show, but once again, I'm going to have people, okay, well, so one of the things in store you got coming is we're going to have a reoccurring guest, then you've never even met her. Oh, did I say her? Sorry, not going to say anything yet. She's going to be here by phone, so she's coming. We're going to have where we're going to have people calling in. I'm going to have questions. We have a P.O. box that I might put on up at the end of this episode, the P.O. box number. I'm going to do 100 of these, and there's a guest that has been doing his thing for over a year. And I have actually talked to this guy, and I've mentioned his name before, but I won't mention the guy's name yet. But him and I talked back in January, and it was kind of like, all right. He said he would definitely do a show with me. So that's kind of cool to get out there. So they are things that we got to look forward to. And I think it's going to work. I think these things are going to come the way they're supposed to. It is nice to have a plan. So that's what I have a little bit. And I'm going to stick to that plan of keeping it real, keeping it raw, giving you guys the rating, rated R, rated PG, rated, G. And the reason I do that is the biggest reason is I know people go, well, but Blake, we know you. Well, we've heard you cuss. We've heard you do this, and you've said this. But let me tell you something. When I'm trying to host, I'm not trying to do that as much. One, this is like my livelihood. And I know like I said, some people are going to be very judgmental, and that's fine. But those who know me know, even if it's like 5 people that are watching, those who know this is something that I want to do. I thought I had, I must have not brought them out. I must have left them at home. I have a bunch of stickers. I have hats that are going to come. I have one of so many different shirts that I want to design and get made just to say here. And because, you got to start somewhere. Didn't Bill Gates start in a garage or his parents' garage? Somebody looked that up. I'll put the fact right here on Bill Gates. All right, see, I didn't even know that. All right, see, but I know that we want to bring you guys the raw, the real. I know I do. What I have in my head movies. You guys never seen the movie? Anyway, Simple Jack. Okay, yeah, never mind. Tropic Thunder. Check it out. Oldie but a goodie. Great. But what I have in my thoughts, I want to express and make sure that people understand that this is what I want to do. I will have people that, like I said, you have heard of, people you've never met. A lot of you are, it's just my friends list, but yeah, I don't just record you and then I put it on. We talk about it. We talk, I interview you before we even hit the record button. We'll probably talk for half an hour to an hour just to get comfortable with what we're doing. So there's a lot of things that we don't see. We do have bloopers. They are where the gag reel, whatever you want to call it, and it's real. Like, it's not like, oh, you can't you can't like, well, I guess you could improv those, but that's not what we do. These you can just tell, but that's going to be on a whole nother, like maybe another platform to get that. There'll be a whole collection of the making of the Big Beard Show, the first like 50 episodes, and it'll be boom. Then I'll shoot the next 50, and we'll keep growing. And I gotta have people on my side, gotta have people there. And like I said, a lot of people are on board with it. They really are out there to help and to see it grow. And I think that's very important. I couldn't do anything without anybody. There's no sense in me acting like, oh, I've sold this, I've sold that, I've done this. But I have already had and witnessed people sending me, some photographs where they've put my stickers. Certain people have a limited amount of stickers, and they put my stickers in places and seen them on people's rides. I've seen them on people's windows. So I'm just growing. And then, it's so easy for somebody to look at you and say, oh, well, you're nothing. But if I was already somebody, they'd be like, oh, how are you? You got to start somewhere. Those who know me, that's all I keep saying. Those who know me know I'm real. This is me being real. It's me being the person that I know that I want you guys to see and I want you guys to be a part of. I'm going to check here real quick. I think that I have, there's a guest that is actually wanting to be on the show, and it's hard. It's hard sometimes for this guest to get out and about, so we might end up going to his home. I'm not real sure. We might. But that is the other option that I have too, is I can set up at people's houses, but I like to get there early. I like to get there all day. Not all day, but set up half the day instead of just showing up. And I like to make people get comfortable with what we're doing. And I think it's important. I do. I keep saying things like that. I'm starting to see more. I think some people as well, or viewers, I'll start saying viewers, are going to say, look, he keeps this going, he keeps that going, they talk about this. No, I want you guys to start looking for eggs around the place. What I mean by eggs is right here. There is a skeleton. It's hard to do this, sorry. There's a skeleton we keep on set that usually people move around the set, and I say, look, we got to keep this in, we got to keep that in. Do you guys want to sit here? Do you want to face the camera here? And I let them rearrange stuff back here. A lot of people do. That's not a lie. I let them. I say, look, do this, but include this guy in there. And I also tell them we're going to keep the fart zone going, because the fart zone started pre Big Beard. Oh, I just ripped my thing out there. But pre Big Beard, the fart zone started, and it was one of those things that that made you go, we're just going to always have it. There's a whole story. But yeah, we got some things. I'll say things coming. Not to talk like, oh, you guys think you're this. No, we really have things in store. Um, every day we're gonna spend a day. Let me put this back in my ear. Right? We're gonna spend a day with some of the guests. For instance, Marty Mumbles, and we're going to have a show where I'm going to follow Marty around, follow everybody around, but Marty, he's coming up a lot sooner than you think. And some of these Zoom calls and stuff we've been doing because of quarantine, it threw like it threw a whole damper on the parade of trying to make this work. And but I'm keep going through it. But yeah. Um, I keep looking down here at the monitor. I'm sorry. So keep looking for Easter eggs. Keep knowing we got other things coming, hidden throughout certain things you're going to keep seeing, period. That's just what I do. You can't see it good, but right over here is one of them. I've got Tupac, and I've got right here a Coke can that says Legend. So Tupac, Legend. Always going to keep that going. I have to. Once again, those who know. But yeah, I'm real glad you guys watch what you watch. Facebook is one thing, but YouTube is another. And YouTube tells me, you know, as you watch the analytics and you can break it down, it tells me and lets me know what I have to look forward to and what is already done. And even the short time that I've done this, it's like, wow, if that many people would react, or if that many would, say this or do that, or share, like, subscribe, comment. It gets old hearing it, but I now understand why people do this. Maybe you'll start seeing my face one day on a search engine, like, oh, that you'll just always see me down to the side. Oh, look at this guy. Maybe, I don't know. I want to entertain you. That's what I do. And I want to do it. There's a lot of qualities and a lot of my friends, as well as people that I meet. I've even got some people that I'm going to call, and they wouldn't care at this time, strangers who are going to be on the show that I've already said, look, would you, they're friends of mine, but I say strangers that nobody here yet have I introduced them. And some people don't even have a Facebook page. That's why I dare not mention certain people. But when you see, and I'm trying to bring what I like out about these people, about my friends, what I like the most about them, I'm trying to bring out and share that with the world. Because I think that we're all unique in our age groups, but we all have one thing in common. And that thing in common is, survival and wanting the best for our families. And if we have them, or our girlfriends, if you're like that. Some of these guys have girlfriends that we hang out with, and a lot of them are married. So a lot of varieties are coming, a lot of things. But it is what it is. There's an episode coming where they're going to sit down and ask me questions. And they're going to have I don't even know the questions at all. None of this stuff is predetermined, or we don't sit and talk. I hang out with these guys, a lot of these guys that are on the show. I hang with them in between filming, and we never once look and say, this question's going to be here, or blah, blah, blah. But I do look at them at these times and I say, when it's your turn, you better give me an answer, because this right here might come your way. Or I say something like, better be ready. But we really don't. We talk the show to each other, but I don't tell them what I'm going to do. They know it's Q&A. It's the have-yous. It's whatever's on your mind, things like that. just to bring out. I do certain things that we talk about, and that some are inside jokes, and you'll catch all that out later. Some are inside jokes, and I keep that ball going. And I know that this spur of the moment, these guys are like, he did this. Because afterwards they'll tell me things like that. I cannot believe that you've done this right here. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, I sure did. Sorry. But yeah, as always, we're going to let the music play us out. And guys, y'all know what it is. So Big Beard, episode 10, giving a little rundown. Got some things coming. Love, peace, chicken grease.
Big Beard
Presentations. And now a banana bread recipe for you to follow. Seeing that I didn't have any guests and it didn't go quite as planned. Please enjoy. Feel free to pause the video for the ingredients listed. That way you can go get them. Most of them can probably be found in your kitchen. To start, you're going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. You're going to butter your pan. You're going to cream the sugar and butter in a large mixing bowl until light and fluffy. You're going to add eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition. In a small bowl, mash the bananas with a fork, mix in the milk and cinnamon, and in another one, you're going to mix flour, baking soda, and baking powder, and salt. You're going to take your bananas mixture, and you're going to take your dry ingredients in the cream mixture, and you're going to mix it until the flour disappears. Pour the batter into a pan, bake it for an hour and 10 minutes. Make sure when you insert a toothpick that it comes out clean. That's the trick. Set it aside to cool on a rack for 15 minutes. Remove it from the pan. Put it on a rack before slicing. And you're going to spread those slices with honey, or you're just going to serve them with ice cream. Take a picture of it, send it to me, and I'll include it in an episode of the show. Thank you, guys. Oh, I must say, one other thing before we go. I want to give a big, humongous thank you to Miss Cat for the banana bread recipe. Inspiration comes from everywhere. Thank you so much.